I just had a call with a young friend of mine who's kind of struggling to start his business. I don't know how this video is going to go that I'm going to share right now, but I just wanted to unpack and share with you our call. And we spoke on the phone for, let's see, how many minutes did we speak on the phone? We spoke on the phone for, hold on one second. We spoke on the phone, this is going to be raw. 41 minutes we spoke on the phone unpacking some things. And I think the things that we went through with his business may help some of you listening to this. So who is this video for? Who should listen to this? For those who are very new to business and have never started a business before, those who struggle with getting people to pay you for your work, for your time, and those who really want a business where you're selling your time for dollars. You're a freelancer, as it were, as Seth Godin would say. It's just you, not in a bad way, but it's you individually, and you want to sell some sort of coaching or consulting service. That's who this video is for. And I want to share with you some things we talked about in our 41-minute call. It seemed to have helped him, and I'm going to help you. And I think some things we're going to talk about, and I'm going to write this down. Let's see, can you see this over there? Yes. Is one, mindset. That's an important part. 1, 2, I want to say paper here. We're going to talk about perfection, waiting for perfection. Those two things. Then I want to talk to you about the aspects of fan base, fan building, okay, or community building, okay? And then I want to talk to you about the aspect of 4, monetizing that. It's a very simple playbook I want to bring. I should bring my microphone closer here. Simple playbook. Well, I shouldn't say it's simple. And the reason why I'm going to stop saying it's simple because, let's see, is that I've been in marketing, understood these principles for many, 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 many years. I've followed Seth Godin, what he's written about over and over and over again. One of my favorite heroes of marketing. Of course, many of us have come across Gary Vaynerchuk content of late, of the last several years, as he's talked about jab, 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 right hook. Of course, Jay Baer talks about this, and many, many other marketers I could go to. Marcus Sheridan talks about this, and so many others who talk about these things. And so I'm bringing knowledge that I've learned over the years that I can help share this with you if it helps, if it's helpful. And so this is what I want to dive into a bit today about this aspect of marketing, and hopefully will help some of you to grow your businesses. So, one, we talked, and one thing he said was he couldn't build a website. And it got me ticked off. What do you mean you can't build a website? My daughter built a website in about a day, and the next day or two, she had clients. Yes, they were from referrals. Yes, my wife has a big Instagram following of people in her target demographic, a lot of moms and homeschool moms and working moms and others. But the point is that she has clients. She built a website. And so one, regarding the aspect of perfection, it wasn't the aspect he couldn't build a website. Because I said, wait a minute, dude. You can edit videos, which this guy can do. He can edit videos. He does amazing video with him and his wife. They do a program for marriage and stuff. Point being, I said, you can't bring up Wix. You can't bring up Squarespace. You can't bring up any of these type of tools and build a simple website. Something doesn't make sense. Something doesn't make sense, I told him. And so we dove into him. This is why I say mindset. Oftentimes with business, it's not the business itself, which we're going to get into in a bit. We're going to get into that. But it was his mindset. He said he couldn't build a website. No. He said, Ramon, I have all this content, all these photos and things I want on the website, all these things. I said, stop. And I cut him off several times because I want to listen to a degree. But a lot of times people say it's head trash, and I want to scrape away the gravy. Scrape away all that gravy, just like you see on Hell's Kitchen. What's the name of the chef? Gordon Ramsay, right? When he eats into a piece of meat or pie or whatever, he scrapes away all the stuff and just gets to the piece of meat. The problem was with this young man, he had a perfection complex. He wanted everything to be just right. And he probably had cobwebs in his mindset that prevented him from building a simple one-page landing page website. That's all I wanted him to build. But he wanted to build everything probably and be a whole empire. Can't do that when he's just starting out. So I challenged him. You don't have a problem building a website. You had a problem with all the other crap and stuff you wanted to put in there, and partly being a perfectionist was stopping you from just building a simple website. So that's kind of mindset and the aspect of perfection. Don't let perfection stop you from just going forward. This is what his problem was. This is what his problem was. And so then we talked about the aspect of building a fan base and community. He said, Ramon, how do I start? I have a problem. And the other problem he had was other businesses he's doing. He had a problem getting people paying him for his work. I guess I'll touch on that a bit, but the mindset was the issue because we kept going in circles and I had to bring him back because we kept going all over the place. And I realized, and we're going to talk about it more. I'll talk to him. That's my boy, my friend. But he has other issues going on inside his heart, other issues going inside his mind, which are preventing him from seeing his full potential. Not I sound like my son, who talks on mindset and stuff too. But the key is, we all need help. Because this gentleman can help other people, but he needs help himself. So that's that. So, mindset. So here's what we talked about: building a fan base, building a community. And many of you know this. So if you know this stuff already, you don't need to watch this video. This is for those who are struggling, those who don't know, those who need help. Here's what I told this guy to do. One, just start blogging for the next 30 days. Now, if he was making bottles, doing manufacturing, needed to go on Alibaba or Amazon or selling e-commerce, different playbook, I would tell him. Similar principles, but different playbook. But I said, dude, just to get yourself disciplined into the art of marketing and thinking and building a fan base and sharing and building credibility, so many things will come out of this exercise for the next 30 days, every single day. Because, by the way, he has the time right now in the stage he's at in life. Him and his family are going through some things, so he has the time right now. I said, blog once a day. So one, I said blog. And there's a number of different things that you can, blogging platforms you can use to start your first blog. Medium, LinkedIn, Facebook. I don't care where you blog. I do care, but the way I don't care where you blog, WordPress, I just wanted him to put a headline, right? Headline. And the main blog content every single day for 30 days. I guess you can call it the 30-day challenge. All I wanted him to do for 30 days, 30 days. That's it. And I should have probably made it easier for him and said do it for 7 days, but 30 days. Then I told him the second thing you should do, in addition to just doing the blog, was going on YouTube and looking up how to create good blog headlines. How to create good blog headlines. Why? Because you can't just create the blog and information. I assume he has that. I'm assuming he has that knowledge. I'm assuming he has that, because you don't have that, he probably shouldn't be in business to do it. I'm assuming he has that knowledge. He wants to be a life coach and help people get unstuck, which he does pretty well. But he needs to have good headlines, and most people don't know how to do good headlines. Adrienne Miller, she knows how to do good headlines. Check her out at Adrienne Miller salestraining.com or adriennemiller.com. I think it is adriennemiller.com. So good headline. So I want him to do the blog. Why now do I want him to do that? Because as he shares the content, what's going to happen? It's going to build credibility. It's going to get him followers. It's going to get him a fan base. You follow what I'm saying? It's going to help him build credibility in the business. You follow me? This is what it's going to help him do. Build credibility, build a following, build a fan base. This is what I'm encouraging him to do. To start the blog, to just start the practice of sharing his content, getting it out there. Eventually he can put it all together, make an ebook, but he'll start to build his fan base. We don't know where this will go, but I'm the type of person, the dollars to do it are so low. It costs no hard dollars, just our time, which is valuable. But at his stage, what he can do his time. He can take the time to do it. So you're going to start to build followers, build a community, build a fan base. Then what do I say do next? Then you're going to offer people some sort of a webinar. People who like you, who know, like, and trust you. John Jantz says that. I should write these people's names I'm shouting out. Adrian, I shouted out. John Jantz, I shouted out. Right? Of course, Seth. Gary. Right? So then you're going to lead people to a webinar and say, hey, listen, you've been following this blog for 30 days, 15 days, whatever it is. Now, I have a live webinar I'm going to do. So I want my friend here to do a live webinar where you're going to provide some in-depth free coaching for about 30 minutes with people who join the webinar. From this webinar then, and you need to learn how to sell this. You need to learn how to do this art to selling while you're doing this kind of live thing. But on this webinar, I then want him to make the offer of some sort. It could be too soon, but we'll test it and see. If you're on here, I'm just going to call it offer. If you're on this webinar and you're interested in me coaching, helping you in your business, email me. Click a link. You don't have to make it fancy. Do some lead pages thing that I would do or make it really fancy. This is just a test. Can this dude, my friend, do a blog for 30 days with a good headline, good content, which is going to be what I say, HT. I want him to make how to create good blog headlines, right? Which is going to help him build credibility, followers, and a fan base from some people he knows, but using Medium or WordPress, right, or LinkedIn, he'll start to get other followers. He'll start to tag people. That's another thing I didn't tell him. I'll have to tell him that as well. He'll start to tag people. Because as you tag people, they like to see that because we're all vain, and they may share it out. And you build relationships, start to tag people. Now you're building your credibility, building your fan base, building your following. You now have people who trust you. Now you're going to the next level, drawing them in a bit more with a webinar. And the webinar is good because that's kind of that live, as it were. So many people do it taped, but you get the principle of engagement that brings people closer to you. Then you can make your offer. Make your offer of what you want to sell people. So this is the bottom line playbook to test and try for those of you who are just starting out, those of you who may have lost your job, those of you who have some expertise, those of you who may have some time on your hand. It doesn't cost anything to make a Medium blog, to blog on LinkedIn. It doesn't cost anything except your time. And if you have the knowledge and expertise, just share it. And after you start this, you may have your first check from somebody paying you for your expertise. Now, there's all kind of things we have to discuss here further. I'm not going to do it now. Pricing and all these kind of things. But this is the playbook to start. So I spent 40 minutes with this guy, and much of the time I've only talked for 11 minutes and 26 seconds so far, but most of the time I was speaking was listening to him, but also stopping him and scraping away the crap, scraping away the gravy. This is what I want for you. There's no charge for this. I'm just doing this because I want to help people. But if this helps you, hey, if you're not following me online, go to RamonEmail.com, RamonEmail.com, and subscribe to my every Thursday 2 p.m. email. Follow me on social media. Twitter's Ramon Ray, Instagram, Ramon Ray Smart Hustle, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can just search for my name, Ramon Ray. Hey, check out my book, Celebrity CEO, right? Many people are buying my book, Celebrity CEO. It's all about personal branding and becoming a celebrity in your field, building your fan base. I talk about that. So that's what I'm about, here to serve you and help you grow your business. Thanks for listening. Could you do me a favor? If you're listening to this, could you give it a comment on whatever platform you're watching this? But kind of even more importantly, let me know that you heard it. Let me know what's helpful for you or critique me. Again, my name is Ramon. If you want to email me directly, Ramon@smarthustle.com. And of course, check out smarthustle.com or me at Ramon Ray. Yeah, I was going to send it to my editorial team, put a book on a cool video and graphics and lower thirds. I'm not. If this is interesting to people, they'll watch it. Have a beautiful day. Take care.